Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, it was just a tiny bit sad, just a little bit, the slightest touch of sadness in my story. Yeah, and we were, videotape. And that's really it, to be honest. What's really left to talk about? Last episode was pretty sad, if I recall. But let's get back into it, shall we? No, not yet. The video seemed particularly old, and it was tough to make out anything both visually and orally. It's a tape, so you just, first you gotta try messing with a tracking button. Never mind. Hey, are you listening? The one voice was louder than the other voice and background noise, though. It must have been the person who was filming. God, that looked so much like, almost exactly like a TV that I used to have. Actually, like the final CRT TV that I had, as a matter of fact. It must have been the person who was filming. Once we reach the top of this hill, we'll be past the foot of the mountain. I heard a voice from a distance in the video as well. I recognized this voice. Man, all this on my day off. Meito, how's Uni? She probably needs her diaper changed soon. Let me see. Ugh. Wah. I'm not gonna make a crying noise. Don't be stupid, Meito. Let me look. What a dumb father, right, Uni? Does she hate me? Meito Tanabe. There's no doubt about it. He must be Odin's father. No, I couldn't be so sure just yet. It still felt a little off. This Meito Tanabe seemed very assured of himself. What did that mean? Only the character Meito Tanabe acted like that. The real me, though. Film it, right, Ryoko? You do it, dear. Isn't that the name of, or based off the name of, I think it was made in France, the anime-inspired show Code Lyoko? God, I remember loving that show when I was younger. Haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I think I was a kid when that came out. I might have been young teens. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I know that. Meito Tanabe took over the camera. Actually, I think I would have been in very young teens, like 11, 12, 13 maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to look that up. I'm going to look that up. Hold on. Okay. According to this, first started 2003 and 2000 to 2007 for the original French run, and started in 2004 in the United States. So no, I wasn't a teen. I guess I just, I would have been a teen in 2007, but I guess, I would have been young. I guess I was younger than I thought. And going back on my phone goes back to my fucking tracking information for a package that was supposed to be delivered fucking Sunday. Goddamn FedEx. Yeah, whatever. Meito Tanabe took over the camera. Meito filmed the person who was speaking. This is Ichi. Ryoko Ichi. She was tall and had long black hair. She had a radiant smile upon her face. It reminded me of Riri-san. I could think of more about this later. Right now, I had to focus on their conversation. Oh, there's a thing on the corner. 11/24/2002. Okay, is that 1:20 p.m. on 10 p.m., something like that? I can't quite see the number here. You can't see my mouse, doesn't matter. Yeah, there's a time in the bottom left, date and time in the bottom left corner. The font doesn't look right for VHSs ever, but I could be wrong. Look, the me in the video pointed at the scenery. I recognized it. It was very close to me until recently. It was unpleasant. It looked just like the village. We really are in the sticks. Who knew there was a village out here? They're around if you look for them. We're almost there. Meito? I met Ryoko Ichi. I did too. In the video. What's going on? Riri is your wife and Odin is your child? I'm so confused. I am too, Pop. Anyway, sit down. The video's still going. Yuri sat down on a chair in silence. Then we focused on the screen again. Where are they headed? The Shadow Village. Well, maybe not, but they're headed someplace that looks like it. I just saw it a little bit ago. Want me to rewind? No. Could you stop it instead? I paused it. Look at the date. Yeah. November 24th, 2002. 1:23 p.m. Lovely. I took my cell phone out. A week later. That means this videotape didn't exist at this point in time in myth. And that this is something that Odin possessed. Why would Odin have this? She must have always been holding on to it. It's like how she still exists in myth. So it's the same logic behind the notebook? That's the only explanation. I hit play on the VCR again. The tape soon began to showcase new scenery. Scenery that is very familiar to us. I do like the fact that it has the pattern that you would get on the screen of old CRT TVs. I like that. I like that a lot. The memories. Beyond the mountain was the Shadow Village. Those grasslands, there's no doubt about it. Fresh air, verdant grasslands, boundless nature. It had to be the Shadow Village. That's right, this is the Village of Shadows. There was no office, no Yuri, no Kiki. Came here in her previous life and said this to Ryoko Ichi. I think that's what your voice was. Fuck, it's been a long time since we've seen you. This is our homeland. Odin? No, I'm Valkyrie. Didn't Valkyrie disappear? How could she have appeared in a world that was supposed to have disappeared? It doesn't matter. Either way, you're still my enemy. I have to wonder about that. She continued as she gazed at the sky with the mysterious smile upon her face. This is our homeland. Do you remember saying that? She pelted me with questions. How could I? I wasn't going to play along with her question and answer session. Even if I tried to, ow, pop, shit, that hurt. That wasn't even on purpose. Even if I tried to ask her the reason she asked me that, I wouldn't get a straight answer. Fuck, now my wrist hurts. Ow. Guess that's what I get for holding my wrist in the same position, like sitting, hovering above my keyboard to press buttons. Whatever. In that case, it's probably some fake memory you put in my mind. How could I ever remember that? It'd be more productive to try and get information out of her. I wonder about that. What do you mean? Which do you think it is? Which is the real you, That you, or this you? That's obvious. It's me. The correct answer is both. Both? That's right. Wait, the village is only for dead people. Plus, it's part of a fictional world. How can that fictional world ever cross with the real world? Answer me. You're an exception. What's that supposed to mean? Simply put, you're still the protagonist. That's right, the protagonist. I know that. I didn't know that. Huh? Was it written in the notebook? I was shocked when I saw you during the last time around. I had no idea why a passerby was walking on his own. At the very least, I haven't brought you into myth. Then, why am I... You believe this is reality? Do you believe these grasslands you've been moved to are real? Obviously not. Correct. But the truth is, that's true for your reality too. It's but a dream, just like these grasslands. What are you trying to say? The truth you seek can't be found in any world you're currently in. That's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't be here in this village of shadows. That's why a reality was produced where you shouldn't actually exist. You mean I was isolated? Right. So I'm supposed to exist in accordance with the flow of the plot. Why is that? Look at the notebook. Day 17 and 19 last time around. You don't have the notebook right now, obviously, but you can confirm it for yourself later. Loop 2. Let's go to loop 1. About the notebook, first story, day 1, day 17 and 19. 8, 14, 15. Riri brought me to the gate. Riri brought me to the gate, me, as part of the story. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Some additional notes from day 17 and 19. On these 2 days, Riri-san and I decided to learn about each other's past. I wrote about my past on a later page. However, neither of us were aware that the gate allowed you to look into your own past, considering that I think day 17 and 19 had to be following the plot. But in that case, it's incredibly out of nowhere. Plot convenience can only go so far. With that in mind, I think Odin, the writer, had some reason to give us this information. No idea what the reason might be as of right now, though. Watch out for Odin when the story takes turns like this. Riri-san told me to write this down for the next loop, so I'm detailing all of this to warn you. Yeah, okay. Ow, pop. My back keeps popping. My posture is very bad right now. My posture is horrible when I'm recording because I sit so I can, in a way that the mic is comfortable to me and I can read everything easily and blah, 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 blah. So my posture is kind of bad. But anyway, we read day 17 and 19 from, No, Meto didn't make it to day 17 and 19 in the actual loop 2. He only made it to day 17 and 19 once. So, okay. Are you telling me to trust you? I'll continue looping forever if you don't. Didn't you say something like this to Kiki? About repeating the same mistake over and over again? That same thought can be applied to you, Meto Tanabe. So you were eavesdropping. That's a pretty nasty thing to do. All I did was look at my pets inside their cage. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand. You're supposed to be our enemy, aren't you? Look at this. This thing. Okay. Who's that? Just a scribble I drew in the plot. All this means for you is that it symbolizes the other world's existence, though. But that's enough for now. Meito, if you want to return to your world, then aim for the next chance to get the plot back on track. Chance. Track. You mean here? That's right. Back to this dream world. How? You'll have the opportunity to return on the 10th day this time around. The 10th day. Also, if you see Meito Tanabe within the story, please kill him. Why? Are you against that? Well, I just scraps of paper. The real you is the one right here, right now. Am I wrong? It's a necessary action for you to return to your world. You have no choice. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time chatting with you since we're in the midst of the plot, so see ya. Hang on. There's still so much I want to ask you about. I told you everything I wanted to. The rest is up to you. Okay. Well, how pleasant. How nice of you. See ya. Wait. The lights were off. The screen was once again filled with static. The room was dark. The scrambled screen served as my only guide as I searched around for the light switch. No one was in the lobby. I didn't see Yuri or Mom or my dad. I looked at the clock. 5:45 a.m. 30 minutes. Only 30 minutes had passed. It felt appropriate time-wise, but where did Yuri go? I took out my cell phone and called her. She's not answering. Where could she have gone? I guess all I can do is wait for her to call me. I lay down on the couch. My body felt heavier than before. I ruminated on the words Shimon, Valkyrie, said. Kill myself. Sign. Movement 8. Rest 1. December 22nd, 2016, 10:31 a.m. Gotcha. Got it that time. Aha. Fuck you. What's the time on the video? 18-ish? Yeah. Okay, I'll keep going. The light sweeping through the curtains told me that the morning had finally come. I'm regretting this immediately, but fuck it. We're doing it live or something. The giant clock we call the sun was like a respiration of a representation of my hospital life, following the same routine every day. Hiro-san, your checkup for today seems to be scheduled for the afternoon. Oh, maybe Edogawa was right. Spending some time resting could do me some good. Thanks, Uni-chan. That was Uni? Okay. I assumed that was like a doctor or a nurse or something. Whatever. The girl named Uni, Edogawa's niece, was looking after me that morning. She'd come before she went to school in the morning, then returned from the time school was out to when meeting hours ended. Uni was devoted to assisting me. Will you get to school on time? She was 14, still taking compulsory education. Yet she was here every morning, as early as she could come in. I wonder if she found it to be a bother. Yes, if I run at least. I looked at her unyielding smile. She was like something out of a painting, mindful of the bed. She began to organize the messily placed magazines on their rack. I can clean it up myself. Go to school, Uni-chan. But you're... Her hands sorted the magazines like magic. The way she organized them by size and thickness was more care than I deserved. Nothing to worry about. I may have been stabbed by a kitchen knife, but sorting magazines is easy, okay? That's not it. Uncle said you're bad at organizing things, so I should do it for you. Damn you, Edogawa. Sounds like you're looking down on me. I'll be fine, just go. She said, but, again, then stopped herself. I assumed because she thought this conversation would be bad for my injury. That's the kind of girl she is. After spending enough time with her, I was able to make such assumptions. Okay, I'll leave the rest to you, Uni-chan said before she left like the wind. Good girl. I closed my eyes and whispered. I wasn't particularly cognizant of what I said. Once my mind steadied itself in the darkness, I thought about it again. A good girl. She really was. Uni-chan talked about Edogawa often. She talked about her mother often. She talked about school often. Whatever she was talking about, she always seemed to be enjoying herself. Before you've experienced much tragedy, you can get enjoyment out of anything. I assumed that's the stage of life she was in. Must be nice. She's a talkative, innocent girl. The way she behaved made me able to smile at anything she said. Just talking to her made me feel younger somehow. I started organizing the magazines on the stand. As it turns out, my organization does suck. I felt like I would only damage the work that's been done. Either way, I had to get it sorted before she got back. Then I'll show Edogawa. This will be the day I look like someone who cares about being tidy. Hiro-san, I hate to say this, but why not keep your room a little cleaner? Does it bother you? Yes, the cleaner the better, I'd say. It was the afternoon. The doctor who came for my checkup murmured. Okay. Probably better to not admit the truth. The doctor knew this was the result of me cleaning. I don't know what he'd do. Now, about your health. The doctor moved to the main topic. Your stomach injury isn't too serious. There shouldn't be any significant lasting problems. But still, keep resting until the wound's fully closed. Man, that's fucking lucky getting stabbed in the stomach with a kitchen knife, not getting, your stomach pierced or intestines pierced. I mean, getting your intestines pierced is more or less fatal if on that large of a scale. It's just a longer death, a few hours, miserable, my understanding. And I think it was a thing in Battlefield. If you were shot in the gut, you could tell that they were dying by the smell. It was usually more humane just to to shoot them in the head to kill them, so they didn't have to die of the gut shot. That's the thing. But yeah, she got fucking lucky. No kidneys, no spleen, no liver, nothing. Just no, it isn't too serious. Good to know. Fucking lucky. The day's checkup ended. It was largely the same as it was the previous day. The result of being that I had to stay put in the hospital for a while to make sure the wound wouldn't open. How long until you think I can leave? 2 or 3 weeks most likely. That estimate could change later, but that's what it looks like now. The doctor certainly likes to wait and see. Well, I suppose most doctors are that way. In any case, it sounded like this boring period of my life would go on for a while longer. Myth, Day 8. We shall meet again in a reality no one can violate. And I think that is where I'm going to end off this episode. when next we meet, I had something in mind for a cliffhanger. I'm more interested in that episode title. We shall meet again in a reality no one can violate. I'm curious as to who it's referring to when it says we, and what it means by, I kind of know what it means by, or I can guess anyway, what it means by in a reality no one can violate. But, man, I'm curious as to the meaning behind that full statement. But, yeah, that's for next time, and I hope to see you all there.